beautiful soul is over to my left, don't you? Hey, Overseer, how's it going?
It's going fabulous. Beautiful week.
I tell you, welcome back for another week. You've been on fire. Word on the street is that you guys done some wonderful things over here in our PG County, Prince George's County. I stand corrected. Our Prince George's County Outreach Center. Hey guys, it's your girl, and another week of Palms Up is starting. Why don't you get a friend or two and tell them to join us, share the feed. Guys, let's go viral. Let's talk about some things that our folks need to hear about this holiday season. That's right. We're doing a Comedy with a Purpose toy drive. And you know us. We're the folks that also did the comedy charity cruise, and we had a ball out there in Annapolis in September. So guys, we're just keeping with in tune with our trauma center work and making sure you guys know that you're not alone out there. Mental health absolutely matters, and we're going to talk about some beautiful families this evening that are going to be in receipt of some wonderful toys as well as some blankets. I know it's cold out there. Hey guys, who's watching that kingdom out there? Palms up. Time to get this show on the road. All right, guys, our Cash App, for those of you that are interested, is Palms Up, the number 4, MI. And for those of you that need to get on this link and and you got friends that are not online or on Facebook, send them to the website, healthydcandme.org. Make sure they spell the word "and" out. Click the link and it'll bring you right into our Zoom feed, and you'll be our honored guest. Hey guys, our headquarters office over here in the Prince George's County, Maryland area is 4710 Off Place. We're on the 3rd floor, and that's in Camp Springs, Maryland. We'd love to have you in our audience as our guest. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m., we go live. So now that I've taken care of some business, that's a lot of talking, you know. Hey guys, the word on the street tells me that the Healthy DCME Leadership Coalition is starting to roll out its programming, and this past Sunday, we did just that. I'm going to put her on the spot. She didn't even realize I was getting ready to bring it up. She looking like, what? Yeah, we had our leadership training has kicked off here, and we also, I understand, on Sundays are having services. So I want to be clear so you guys understand, this is a community outreach center, and what we're about is helping folks to build a balanced life so that you can live out your best quality of life. Because many of you guys that are challenged with mental health out there or mental health exposures, you guys are oftentimes dealing with matters of stigma. And depression is real, and so is suicide around the holidays. So we're talking it up to make sure you know you're not alone, and to let you know that on this platform, we talk about things that everyday people deal with, and you're not by yourself. So, Overseer, will you please help them understand, when are you guys doing the Sunday services here?
We do Sunday services from 1 to 2:30. Mm-hmm. The pastor for that service is Pastor Willie Walker of International Church of Revival. Mm-hmm. And then starting in January, we'll be kicking off our hip-hop gospel division.
Okay.
That will be here on Saturdays from 11 to 1.
Okay.
And then for those who want to do something in the afternoon, Kingdom will be kicking off at 5 o'clock.
All right.
The HIV support group will be kicking in.
Okay.
The domestic violence support group will be kicking in. And
wow.
We'll be putting the Put Your Guns Down
wow.
back together. So we're going to be doing some things. You know, we unorthodox, we ain't traditional. So if you're looking for all that, you know, you're going to get a little of everything. But be very open-minded, because it's about serving the community as a whole.
Amen.
Not just one secular of our community, but everybody.
Amen. I love hearing that. And guys, before I get any further, I want to make sure you understand we have some beautiful guests that are joining us in the studio this week, as well as on the Zoom feed. I want you guys to join me in welcoming on the Zoom. We have our beautiful comedian who actually is so dedicated to sitting in with us this evening that he's got a show, so he's not going to be able to stay with us long, but I'd love to be able to bring him in and have him introduce himself to you guys. We're going to see if we can get him to come off of mute. We've got 3 beautiful comedians that are going to join us on the 16th of December. We're doing the Comedy with a Purpose toy, and the Comedy with a Purpose toy drive, I should say. I'm sorry, this mouth of miles, you guys know what it is. Palms up. But we got some beautiful comedians. Mr. Lawrence Owens is one of the comedians, as well as Mr. Danny Williams. And also we've got Mr. Kevin Anthony. I'm going to bring Mr. Anthony on last because he's also going to get an award. He's been, actually they tell me he's the inspiration and the motivation behind these toy drives. So we're going to hear a little bit more from him and the fact that he's working with the military families as well. So guys, palms up. It's your girl. It's your girl. It's the holiday season, and we're going to bless some beautiful children this holiday season, as well as some homeless families and some families in the shelter. Hey, Mr. Lawrence Owens, how are you?
Sensational, Miss Hamilton. How are you?
I am awesome. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, indeed, I can hear you.
Great.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Awesome. Before we even get started, because I know that we don't have you for long, please help folks understand who you are, how long you've been doing your comedy, and how they can find you and follow some of your material.
My name is Lawrence Owens. I'm from Landover, Maryland. I've been doing comedy for 18 years. You can follow me on Instagram under Owens Ordeal, OWENSORDEAL, Owens Ordeal, Lawrence Owens, 18 years. Don't let the fact that you don't know who I am misconstrue that I'm not known.
Okay. And do me a favor, give us that address again where they can reach you at. That's a lot of letters.
Owens. My bad, man. Owens Ordeal, OWENS. My last name is Owens. Owens Ordeal, ORDEAL. Owens Ordeal.
Okay. And how long have you been doing comedy?
18 years.
18 years. What got you into comedy, if you don't mind me asking, sir?
I was one who was always the funny one, but afraid and scared to death to go on stage. It's like every year of my life, everything I was a part of, everything I did, I was just the funniest. And really, me getting fired is what made me decide to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to lie all the time and say, I'm going to do it. And somebody went and checked behind me, found out that I was lying, and put me on blast. So that was God saying, what you going to do?
So tell me this, you guys, you're going to be one of our headlining acts on the 16th of December here at the Outreach Center. We're going to do the top comedy with the Purpose Toy Drive. And I apologize, guys, we have multiple feeds, so we're going to make sure to get this reposted for you all that are having trouble hearing Mr. Owens. My apology, he's coming in through the Zoom, and he's talking to us about being in comedy for 18 years, and the reason that he's doing it by default is because he lied. And somebody called him on it, and the rest is history. So you're going to be headlining in our Comedy with a Purpose Toy Drive. This is the holiday season, Mr. Owens, and I'm not sure how many opportunities you've had to participate in something like this. But do you pretty much get yourself involved with community work? And if not, how does it feel knowing that you're going to be participating in our work come the 16th?
Well, the community work, can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, well, the community work that I used to be a part of was street pharmacy. And what I do is I take the money from selling crack and buy the kids' uniform. So I've been giving back to the community for a long time. But I don't know if that's the answer you were looking for.
I want you to repeat that. I need you to know that it's all good. Palms up. That's exactly the answer we were looking for, Mr. Owens. Let me catch them up. Let me catch them up here in the studio. We're having some challenges, as you know, with this technology, but that doesn't stop the show. We'll get it taken care of. But I just want you kept it 100, so I want to make sure they understand what we're smiling about. So you said, when I asked you the question, how does it make you feel getting involved with the community? How did you used to pay for those uniforms for the children, sir?
Oh, I sold crack. So I gave back to the community by paying for uniforms for the children so the parents wouldn't snitch them. That's what I did. That's how I gave back to my community. I made sure that one hand washed the other. You understand? Because if you don't give back to that community, the community is going to give you up. I'll tell you that right now.
Amen. Hey guys, it's your girl, Palms Up. Out there, we're talking to comedian Lawrence Owens, who's one of our headlining acts for our upcoming Comedy with a Purpose toy drive, where we have our guests that are going to be able to see some phenomenal talents this evening. On the evening of the 16th, and we have some of them this evening here with us. We're speaking to Mr. Lawrence Owens, who used to sell crack. And the way that he gave back to the community is he helped buy the uniforms and things of that nature in order that their parents wouldn't tell on him. We just keep it 100 on this platform. I mean, obviously, he's not selling crack anymore, right?
What was that? No.
I was about to say, you know what that said. Word up. Where else you gonna get this kind of real talk? You know, we Ward 8, baby, so you ain't saying nothing that we ain't heard before.
Nah, my days of selling drugs are over, man. God has blessed me with the talent and the ability to be able to make people laugh and travel all over the world and give them this gift of laughter. So I don't have to do that anymore. So all praises to Him as far as
Amen. I appreciate that. I second that, Mr. Owens. Hey, Mr. Owens, again, you talked about getting into comedy 18 years ago. What do you like most about being a comedian, and then what causes you some challenges? Because, see, I've got some babies out there. We do this work to save our children, and it's my hope that our children will see and hear your journey through our platforms, and then they themselves can see their futures in what you're speaking on. And so I don't mind that you talk to us about having soul crack, because many of our community members, they actually have those realities as well. But the truth of the matter is, here on Palms Up, we want everybody to take accountability for their actions and their decisions. And that's why we're coming back to the table to say it must be rough out there, but you're never alone. And we can always do something. So again, for my babies out there, my young people looking to find a way out, what do you like best about comedy, and then what causes you some challenges?
What I like best about comedy is that I finally found my voice. I'm able to be as closely as me as I can on stage and off. And that's not an easy task to do.
Awesome.
So I've mastered the part as far as being funny. It's not about being funny with me. It's about being a comedian, meaning that can I bring you a different perspective? Can I alter the way you see things? Can I have you see what I see? You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest part of my career that I appreciate the most, man. I'm able to give you me. So I can go into any room, any audience, and be myself and still get the same kind of response, whether it be people with my complexion, other skin complexion, or whatever. And I work hard to get there. Now, the pitfalls of that is that nothing is going to be given to you.
That's right.
Because of the fact my style of comedy is that I'm a truth teller. Let me tell you something. I've been through it. I had food thrown at me. I got the fights out of men and women, promoters. I had chairs thrown at me. I had pistols pulled out on me because I wanted to be one who was a purveyor of the truth. Everybody don't like hearing the truth, but 18 years in, I've learned how to polish it to be able to make the truth funny, and I present it in a way that is coming from my perspective. I don't generalize, I personalize, and people appreciate that. I
love that. You don't generalize, you personalize. Can I borrow that, sir? I love that.
You sure can. Small fee. So everybody out there in this Hamilton think that they funny. It's not just about funny, man. If you don't have the drive, if you don't have the tough skin, if you don't know how to, my grandmother used to say this, you gotta be able to dance with the devil, just don't let him take the lead.
Hey!
But you overly sensitive, this ain't the game for you. If you don't like being mocked or lied on or lied to or misunderstood, this ain't the game for you. We ain't just up there a bunch of clowns, you know what I'm saying, bending balloons and making them cool. You know what I'm saying? This is,
I heard
especially if you want to do this, especially if you want to do this for a living. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm blessed to the point that this is what I do. I don't have to clock in for a 9 to 5, and no disrespect to anybody who does. Like, you got to go through it. You got to go through it because the seed you plant, the fruit you'll eat.
Okay. I appreciate that. My folks have been over here juggling. Guys, let me give them a heads up. We are coming through multiple feeds and multiple pages. If you are on our Healthy DC and Me platform, you're seeing me forward face. If, in fact, you'd like to hear our guests on the Zoom, we are also streaming live from our And My Mother's Keeper Rhonda Hamilton Facebook page. So we want you guys to understand that we have some beautiful guests who are being patient with us as we work these technical difficulties out. but nonetheless, the message won't stop. Mr. Owens, you said some beautiful, beautiful words there. You talked about the fact that anyone who's considering comedy out there, that they're going to want to make sure that it sounds like basically that they have thick skin, because obviously there's some challenges. You talked about having people throw things at you, having issues with promoters, just traditional rules of tricks of the trade, I would imagine, that you guys are used to going through. But most importantly, what I heard you say is that you love doing it because it's something that allows you to continue to be in you, to keep it 100, to be real.
Correct.
Okay.
Because a lot of times in this day and age, being 100 and keeping it real, you can get ostracized. We're in a day now with the sensitivity reigns supreme, where people, what I'm saying, would rather hear a pretty lie and then call the truth ugly. So I wasn't raised that way. Mm-hmm. And also, if you're the best you, then no one can take that from you. Okay. I don't care if y'all think I'm funny or not. I don't care. I know. Rhonda, he ain't funny. He ain't different to me because it's been proven over time.
Amen. Amen.
So that's the difference when you put that work in, y'all.
That's right. You got to put that work in.
That slow success is what builds character. That quick success builds ego. Everybody always wanted yesterday. They want to go in and be on a single platform tomorrow. You're not going to be respected. You know what I'm saying? So when you put that work in, people are going to respect that body of work. So when you being you, they know what they're getting. They know what they're up against. And they know what they want.
That's right. That's right.
I love Lawrence Owens, man.
Hey, Lawrence. Hey, Lord, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to make sure we do the after party. As a matter of fact, on the 16th, I don't want you to have no more gigs. I want you to get here for the VIP reception so we can have some fun. You talking some real talk, and I want my folks that come in the house to be able to spend some time with you. That's why we do this work. Yeah, that's why we do this work, because we're a community organization, and many of us come from communities and situations where we know about keeping it 100. We know about going through to get through, and we know about some rough times. And so all we're really trying to do is to help our citizens understand that they're not by themselves. So I appreciate you.
Let me say this. I appreciate you. Let me say this. Don't have none of them frisky women grabbing all up on me while I'm in there keeping it real. I don't got time for you to be hiding behind the Lord, but y'all get topic bills. You understand? And trying to pull me to the side and say, Rhonda don't know what to do with you. I don't got time for our fools. There's all these fools in here. If y'all gonna let me talk, let me talk. Don't be all up on me now. I need y'all to be focused now. I'm here.
I heard that. Hey guys, it's your girl. It's the Palms Up Show. Guys, word on the street is that we've got a beautiful comedian, Mr. Lawrence Owens, joining us. Hey, Lawrence, I thank you. We're going to bring Mr. Kevin Anthony in the hot seat, but I want you guys to get in here on December 16th with your unwrapped toy, with your blanket, or make a monetary donation, but don't come up in here empty-handed knowing that we out here trying to help the people, and we're bringing this kind of talent here. They're doing this for us because they understand the importance of giving back. So we're going to all do this together because we're the village. Hey, give our beautiful Mr. Lawrence Owens a palms up, and let's thank him and let's send him on his way as we welcome a legend in the hot seat, Mr. Kevin Anthony. Hey, Lawrence, you have a wonderful show tonight, okay?
You too. Thank you, Ms. Hamilton. Thank you.
No problem. I'm going to get you on this after show. Alrighty. Palms up, guys. We have a legend, as you heard me say. Mr. Kevin Anthony has joined the platform. And Charles, you can take a day off. You can take a night off. I'm just really not that interested. We'll get this posted. Don't worry about it. Hey, guys, it's your girl. You know me. I'm not going to stress out about this technical stuff. We out here bringing you the word. It is what it is. We like to get it all perfect for you, but most importantly, we want you to pay attention to the message. Palms up. All right. Let's jump right in and let's talk to this other beautiful, humble soul here to my right. Hey guys, you know, we do this work and we meet some folk, guys. But I want you to know I'm most honored to bring before you folk that are out here doing the work. Mr. Kevin Anthony, welcome to the Palms Up platform. And thank you, sir, for taking and making the time.
Well, thank you for having me. I was in bad shape last week, but I'm all right now.
Mm-hmm. You all right now? Well, what was going on last week? Please tell me, not your health.
Yeah, I had some health issues.
You got that all worked out now, don't you?
I'm good to go.
Really, really? Well, I like to hear that. So December 16th, we're doing a Comedy with a Purpose toy drive, and they tell me that you've been the motivation really behind this actually coming about. Can you give me some history about where you came up with this comedy and toy drive? Because to me, it sounds like a perfect marriage.
Well, I've been doing comedy toys for tots for over 25 years. I started this, I kind of got the idea from Jerry Lewis' telethon.
Really? Nice.
And you know, I got together some of my comedy friends, and you know, admission is bring a toy or cash donation, and I've managed to do this from Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Long Beach, California.
That's awesome.
Did it through the United States Army and Marines, San Antonio, Texas.
Okay. This is really...
Europe.
Wow, so we're honored to be hosted here in Camp Springs, Maryland. You done took this on the road. So tell me something. Are you a military man? I don't want to assume.
I was in the Army trying to be all I could be.
Well, God bless you and thank you for your service. So, military comedy. What happened there?
Well, I've been doing comedy over 35 years, and I guess I kind of started when I was probably around 16.
Awesome.
I went to Duke Ellington School of the Arts, and from there, I joined the United States Army, and, you know, doing stand-up kept me out of the bushes.
So you did comedy while you was in the military as well?
Yes, I did
awesome.
comedy there.
Awesome.
And then, you know, after my tour of duty, I came back to the D.C. area.
Okay.
And I wound up going back to Europe doing comedy some more.
Wow. So tell me this, are you a D.C.? Are you a D.C. native?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Washington, D.C.
Awesome. Well, you know we need to know where at in Washington, D.C. were you raised? I mean, we're just curious.
I was born in Georgetown.
You were born in them parts. Okay. My bad. You know, we were Ward 8 over here, so we were just checking.
It was called Columbia Hospital for Women, which I don't believe is there anymore, but my siblings were born like in D.C. General.
Yeah.
And, you know, I lived in Southeast. Northeast, Southeast, most of my life.
Okay, so you're a homeboy.
I come from a long line of Washingtonians.
Awesome.
My great-grandfather had 12 kids. My grandmother was the oldest of the 12. I was lucky enough to know them all.
Wow, you got a mob. Is many of your family still local?
Yeah, some of them are still around, you know.
Why does that bring laughter? I'm almost scared to ask.
My family got issues.
I'm so glad you're keeping real palms up. I tell you, we all got an issue. That's right.
I got some relatives that the palms be down, up, and all over the place.
I know what you mean. You know, I tell people our palms up mean all hands on deck. Everybody can help somebody, whatever you need it to mean. Because when we come out of these types of communities, you know, it could have been something different. I think I hear you saying.
Some of our relatives, I don't think you want their hands on deck.
I understand, but you know, palms up here on the Healthy DC and Me Leadership platform. We meet people where they are, and I love that. And see what we're going to do. We're going to do a lot of this on the 16th, and laughter is good out there, guys, and that's why we use comedy, and that's why you're going to see us blessing some beautiful folks as a result of this gentleman here and his colleagues. Hey, Mr. Anthony, they tell me in all these years that you've been doing this that you have not been honored yourself. And so I am excited to announce that here at our Camp Springs location, when we do our Comedy with a Purpose toy drive, that you are going to be honored. How does that make you feel to know that? I mean, my grandmother said you live long enough, somebody going to recognize you, hopefully. So, I mean, how does it make you feel that to be recognized for your work?
Well, as I said, you know, I've been doing this for over 25 years, and as time has evolved, I have kind of, you know, the mission for me is to get as many toys as I can for the kids. And so that's been a mission for me. And getting recognition or awards or whatever, I've had my awards in the past, and that's kind of it gives me more satisfaction to see a room full of toys than an award.
Absolutely,
but
absolutely.
You know, it's I can't really express to you how that makes me feel, and the people that come to the show and my comedy friends, and we all entertain them, and they have a good time, and they show their kindness and support, and that's greater than, that's the best reward I could ever have.
I love that. I love that you're such a humble man. I want the audience out there to know that I can remember many, many years ago, as I was sharing with you prior to the show starting, seeing you perform your comedy on the community level when I partied at the Oak Tree. You know, and I just remember you seem to kind of have the same spirit, same personality, so it seems like comedy's doing you well. I want to ask you the same question that I asked Lawrence. What is it about comedy for you? Because, I mean, it must be working to stay around it so long. And then what's the formula for success, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, my journey was totally different from Lawrence, but...
Oh, you mean you didn't sell crack?
No, I didn't sell
that
crack.
That wasn't your story. Okay, I just want to be clear. I thought that was the line in. I just want to make sure.
My journey is totally different from his. So, I mean, you know, I came up with a lot of different comics that came through my era, such as Tommy Davidson, Tony Woods, Chris Thomas, Sylvia Trademore, Robin Montague. A lot of them, me and Robin Montague, we went to Duke Ellington together. So, you know, I got into the Coors Light Super Talent Showcase, which I won. And, you know, I came through Caucasian comics were ruling comedy in the early 80s and 70s, you know, here in Washington, D.C. And I was young, and I was an angry comic. And
why? Why were you angry, you think?
You know, I had to ask myself that question, and I was like, well, I didn't have an answer. So I had to, that was another change and involvement, you know. And it was probably because, you know, some of the things that was happening through the 70s and 80s, you know, kind of made me angry. You know, it was difficult for African-American young guy to be stand-up, or even to find a venue to do stand-up.
Well, I want to stop you right there. Thank you for touching on that. And, of course, we can't capture all of your beautiful years of work in comedy and all of your work of helping the children. Two questions comes to mind before we get you out of here, or before you get away from us. You have children of your own, I imagine, or grandchildren, or some inspiration or motivation behind these toy drives? Maybe not? I love that laughter.
No,
isn't that always the case?
No,
but a plethora of nieces and nephews, I would imagine, right?
I have a lot of those.
Just a beautiful-hearted man. That makes it even more special. And then the second thing you talked about, well, two more things I want to say. You went to Duke Ellington and all of the controversy surrounding Mr. David Chappelle, and the fact that they are going to go ahead and name the, I guess, the theater or that wing of the school after him. Your thoughts really quickly, because they're wrapping us up.
You know, David Chappelle, I was around when he started, right? And his mother used to bring him, you know, to the comedy show. It was difficult for us to say some of our truths because she was sitting right there. But, you know, we didn't really know he was as young as he was, you know. But Dave was a good guy. As for them naming the theater after Dave Chappelle, it's kind of funny to me because, you know, there were, let's say, gay people 40 years ago when I went there. So they're still there, and he's he's telling his truth. And but you know, they figured out that they wanted to name the theater after Dave Chappelle, and you know, bravo, kudos to him. But I went to the United States Army, and I went there, and I was shot at, and they ain't named nothing after me.
So we need to start a petition, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and I didn't even have to go to the Army, and I was still shot at, and they ain't named nothing after me.
Well, you know how they do. You know, I was looking at the Kennedy Center honors really quickly.
Right.
We're having so much fun with Mr. Anthony. Guys, palms up. Thank you for tuning in. Really quickly, the Kennedy Center honors, Smokey got his before Barry Gordy got his. So sometimes, you know, somebody's got to kind of get us in the lane and get us in the door. So I suspect yours is coming, and we're going to take a look and keep an eye out, and we will keep that in prayer. How about that? And put that in the universe.
I hope it comes before 6 of my friends carry me by the handle.
Well, you know, God, you got a sense of humor, so I'm not even going to touch that. Hey, Mr. Kevin Anthony, I thank you so much for spending time on the set with us, and palms up to you. You are the ultimate advocate, because you out here making sure kids have toys and things for all these multiple years, and you're not even a father or a grandfather technically, so God bless you. And I look forward to you getting your award. Hey, palms up. You heard it. And I'm just going to bid you adieu, sir. I look forward to you on the 16th, and I want to make sure that folks get here early enough. Will you be here for the VIP reception? Will folks be able to see you?
I'll be here.
You heard it, guys. Get your unwrapped toy, your blanket, or make a monetary donation so that we can make sure that you guys are able to be in the house of Mr. Kevin Anthony. You heard it. And Mr. Anthony, as I bid you adieu, Dick Gregory has some big shoes to be filled. And I imagine spending this much time in comedy, I mean, I'm just saying, aspirations?
I talked to Dick Gregory many a time, and Dick Gregory was a very intelligent man, but he was always talking about conspiracies, and he grabbed a hold of you, get a lot of wisdom from him, and I've talked to him. He never had bodyguards. He just walked around D.C. all around. Nobody... You know, he was a great guy. You know, you're a walking piece of history, and it's hard for me to let you go because I'm about real people. Hey, guys, this is our homeboy, Mr. Kevin Anthony, and we're going to be honoring him at the Comedy with a Purpose Toy Drive here at the Healthy DCME Leadership Coalition offices. Guys, the event is posted on Facebook. It's on Eventbrite, healthydcme.org. Register. All you need are your blankets, your monetary donation, or unwrapped toy. And I want to also add this before I go. Okay. I'm also doing Comedy Toys for Tots, not only on the 16th.
That's right.
But this Saturday, I will be doing it at Post 9376, Clinton, Maryland, VFW.
Awesome.
7 p.m. and all my comedy friends will be there, and we're going to grab some toys, and we're going to party battalion style.
I love that. Hey guys, go hit up Walmart and hang out with the comedians, because it's holiday season. Let's put some smiles on some faces. And thank you again, Mr. Kevin Anthony. Can I get folks in the studio to give this legend another round of applause? That's what it's about. Hey guys, palms up. You never know who's stopping by the platform. We've got another beautiful comedian in the house, Mr. Danny Williams. We're going to invite Mr. Williams to come to the platform. And as Mr. Williams comes, I want to make sure you guys realize, again, December the 16th, we are having a Comedy with a Purpose toy drive, because we can all do something. All you got to have is an unwrapped toy. All you got to have either that or a blanket, or just make a small monetary donation. Guys, we're about putting some smiles on some faces, and we got some beautiful, beautiful comedy friends that are going to help us do that. Welcome to the platform, Mr. Danny Williams. How are you?
Hello, Rhonda.
Looking nice and festive in your red.
Thank you so much. I thought I'd look in the closet.
It's Christmas time.
That's right.
It's Christmas time. I was watching the news the other morning, and everybody on the panel had on these really, really great Christmas sweaters, right? So I thought, well, okay, I'm gonna wear me a sweater next time
I know that's right. You did that. But we ain't even representing. You did that. Look, fist bump. You representing for the holiday season. Hey guys, palms up. This is Mr. Danny Williams, another beautiful soul in the house tonight, who's going to be helping us to raise awareness for our families out there this holiday season. And how is he going to do that? He's going to tell some beautiful jokes. Guys, we are looking for you guys to come out and get the toys, get the blankets, get a monetary donation together, and come out to enjoy the beautiful understandings of Mr. Danny Williams. How long have you been doing comedy, sir?
I've been doing comedy about 30 years.
30 years? Boy, we're bringing out the stars. Tell me, what brought you into comedy?
People kept telling me I should be a comedian.
Oh, so you funny, naturally.
It's just one of those things where I always sound like I'm telling jokes when I'm telling, stop it.
No, I've heard people say that before. Come on.
When I'm talking to people, in fact, just at the Thanksgiving gathering past, one of my aunts is he always on?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm not always on. It's just how after 30 years of telling jokes,
it's hard
just something. It's just something. It's not like it's turned on.
Right. It's just a part of who you are. Just an extension.
That's who I am.
So tell me this much, because I'm excited to see you guys on the 16th. Do you use your family and your act? What is it about your comedy that we should get excited about coming to see?
Well, I'm working on a lot of new stuff.
Awesome.
Some stuff that it's not as new is, but it's stuff that when I first wrote it, I didn't have the talent set that it took to present it in such a way that, you know, this nigga done lost his mind.
Okay. So look, I asked your other beautiful co-host for that evening, how is it that they came to work with comedy for a purpose, for a charity? Have you participated before?
This is going to be my first time working with charity with a purpose. And I appreciate the opportunity to do it, because it's not often that you actually get a chance to lend your talent to a worthwhile cause.
This
and not
is
a worthwhile cause, not a lot of worthwhile causes get that boost that they need from somebody, maybe just some unknown talent source or not a well-known talent source. If dude's involved with this, it's got to be something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because dude don't get involved with a lot of stuff.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point. Reputation means everything. Are you a native of D.C. or where you from? Native Washingtonian. You know, we always like to ask, just like to know. It doesn't matter, but what part of town you from?
That's a true mark of the native Washingtonian.
Well, I mean, D.C., we D.C., but you know.
No.
What area are you from?
D.C., we're Washingtonians.
Well, we're Washingtonians. I heard that.
It's that little distinction.
This distinction. I understand. Because, you know, many people don't like to hear it called east of the river, so I get that distinction.
Well,
I get it.
Well, you know, as it goes, I've lived in just about every sector of the city that there is.
So what do you claim is home?
I would say Northeast. Northeast is where that's where I got my first kiss.
Okay.
My first hard rose.
Okay. I go get it.
My first hickey.
I know about that. Hey guys, it's your girl, Palms Up.
Yeah, it is.
It's your girl, guys. We're talking to Mr. Danny Williams. We are going to have a Comedy with a Purpose toy drive on December the 16th here in our offices at 4710 Off Place in Camp Springs, Maryland. This beautiful soul here to my right is Mr. Danny Williams, and he's going to be joined by Mr. Lawrence Owens and also Mr. Kevin Anthony. Tell me, Mr. Williams, comedy is something I was asking both Kevin and Lawrence, what is it that they love most about it? And then also, what are some of the challenges? And again, I was asking through the lens of our beautiful community members out there who we want to make sure that we're making impressions for. So someone who sees himself possibly doing what you do, what's the wonderful thing about it? And then right behind it, what are some of the challenges?
I don't think that there are any real challenges to doing comedy outside of the industry side of it. You look at it from an industry perspective, it's like getting the right person to see you.
Okay.
That's basically what
Visibility.
it all boils down to. Is who's going to see you next
that makes
and
sense.
say, this is the cat we've been looking for.
Okay.
But as far as like this, just if you like making people laugh, making people feel good, it's that whole thing about seeing somebody do this.
Right.
To do this. What?
Okay.
You see
that smile.
That's exactly.
That laughter. Yeah.
It's just when you get to make somebody smile, even when they're in immense pain, that's a really good feeling.
You're right.
That's
You're
a very, very good
You
feeling.
just touched on something. We in this pandemic, and boy, are we in pain out here. Hurt people, and all of that.
You have to be able to take people out of that moment.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the moment can be very, very long.
Yeah.
And it can be very, very telling over time.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you touched on that. You know, we're mental health advocates here, and one of the things that we like to promote is that everybody, regardless of their diagnosis or their reality, have the ability to have a better quality of life. So you just touched on something. We grieve too long. Sometimes we're depressed, we're suicidal, we're going through something. But a lot of times, if we can just get something to take us out of that mode, then we might be able to spring back sooner than the norm.
That's very true.
So comedy is definitely something that we like to have folks lean towards. I teach people all the time, if you can't laugh at yourself, you're just walking this earth too serious. You know, it's got to be something you can find funny about yourself, right?
Yes, true. And that was, that's one of the things that my older brother loved about me.
Okay.
Is that I always made him laugh.
Always made him laugh.
He was like, you know, my brother, he suffered mental illness.
Oh, see?
And it was like one of those type of things where I jumped at an opportunity to work with an organization that actually reached out to people that are in those circumstances because I don't know if you all are familiar with them. If I can mention another organization here.
Please do, please do.
The Green Door organization.
The Green Door, yes.
They did a wonderful job working for my brother over the course of the years that they dealt with him, getting him housing and everything. Because, I mean, you know, people think that, you know, if you have a mental illness, something's wrong with you. And to you,
speak on it.
But to me, I'm all right.
Hey, come on, speak on it. Speak on it.
Y'all living in my world.
That's right. That's right. And that's why we do the awareness and the education. See, love that, love that. You never know where that mental health conversation is going to find you. And that's what I try to teach folks is that we've got to stop with all this stigma. And a lot of times we know what it is. They're just not educated.
Well, the thing is, and this is the biggest problem with American society, with all the freedoms and everything that we have, is that we like looking and laughing at people.
Well, you know what it is.
Nothing. I mean, it's like the one of the things that I found to be the most damning about our last president is that he would poke fun at people that had physical and mental disabilities.
It's dangerous.
And people would like cheer him on, like that was like something.
Well, that's our culture, but that's our society, and that's why we got to make sure, and especially in our community, we should know better. You know, we're always the lowest one on the totem pole, but you know what? If I can find somebody to put lower than me, then I'm good. If I can just make you be the one that they look at or make fun of, and that's really a lot of what it's about.
Well, you know, the thing is, that's part of our humanity.
It is.
And the basis elements of us, of who we are, can sometimes be the best elements of who we are, because you don't put on the pretense that you're somebody that you're not.
Absolutely.
You know
perpetrating is what we call it locally.
When you get beyond that, that's when you really can help someone. Because, I mean, hey, just like you like to look down your nose at somebody.
Come on.
There's somebody
looking down their nose at you. And that's why we always say hurt people, hurt people. Hey, Mr. Danny Williams, I had no idea that we'd end up talking about mental health. You're my brother like that. I love that.
Again, like I said, when I heard what your organization was about, I was like, oh, I can work with this.
Yes, you absolutely can.
Because I've been looking for something that I could lend my talent to. That's a worthwhile organization that, like, you know, you want to raise some money, I can do some shows, we can do some things, you know, let's make it happen.
I love that.
Because, I mean, the thing is for Black organization.
Yes.
If there's a mine of talent, it's in the Black community.
Come on now, and we're such a resilient people. But you know what, we're going to have to do this because, you know, we can't cover everything in this small period, but we really appreciate you being so humble, and we're honored that you would take the time. Are you going to be around for the VIP reception on the 16th?
Yeah, I wouldn't miss
awesome.
that.
Then I'm going to invite you guys to get out here early. VIP.
Somebody say free drinks or something.
Then he going to start some mess. Look, we've been there, done that. Get here for the VIP reception. It's going to be at Corey's Modern Kitchen and Bar. You're going to meet some beautiful, funny gentlemen, such as Mr. Danny Williams here. Hey, Danny, thanks so much. We look forward to it, and thank you. Hey, it's my pleasure, and palms up to you, brother. Hey, guys, we're going to keep this going. Thank you, Danny, and we're going to rotate you out the hot seat and rotate someone else in, and we'll see you on the 16th. Thanks so much for wearing that sweater. I'm ready now. I'm ready.
Seat's cooking too.
I've been waiting for this moment. Come on over to the couch, Mr. Roscoe. Let's see if I get this right. Let's see if it works. I've been waiting. Thank you. Guys, this is a beautiful soul that we're welcoming to the platform. Who did you bring in with you this evening, Roscoe? Is that one of our other members? One of your buddies, Carl. Hey, Carl, welcome. Hey, guys, it's about that time in the show. I'm just saying, I just want you to hear a little piece. Just gonna give him a little bit, Roscoe. Guys, this is Roscoe, and he's one of our beautiful members from the Opium Band. And we're gonna talk a little bit about that in a minute. He stopped by the couch just to spread some holiday cheer. That's right. Hey guys, palms up. That's right. All right. Palms up. I just had to give them a snippet. Note, if you want to hear some more, they tell me that the Opium Band has a brand new YouTube channel. So if you want to hear more of that beautiful music and those sounds, go on over to YouTube, and I want you to Google the Opium Band. Also, you can check them out at theopiumband.com. Yes, I'm saying opium, not the opium you know, but our purpose is ultimately music, and that's what their opium stands for. I've got a beautiful soul, Mr. Roscoe, who is our, I got to get these, my husband manages the band. Let me do a disclaimer right now because I'm going to screw this all the way up. But my husband in Opium gives me my street creds, and so I would be remiss this holiday season if we did not ask them to stop by the platform and help us to understand all of the wonderful work that they do in music. They're just a bunch of musicians that have been playing together and around town for quite some time. And Roscoe, one of the things and why I wanted to get you guys to the platform and why we've been pushing to do more events with you all, Opium, many of you out in the community know when we first started our organization, we did backpack drives and community days, and no one wanted to talk about mental health, Roscoe. And so one of the things I'm so proud and honored, we've got some stars in our band and that comes out and supports our work, and many of you guys will know them. I'm going to ask Roscoe just to talk to you a little bit about some of the talent that is standing by to help our coalition with putting these musical understandings and aspirations into the community. Many of our youth are lost. They're challenged with trying to find a skill set or just find an audience of people that cares about the things that they care about. Music is universal and therapeutic, and because many of these guys have come through the communities that many of you out there come through, we want you to know that music is something that can soothe the savage beast. How about that, Roscoe? Yeah. Talk to them a little bit about the music that you play, the instrument, and then how long you've been playing, and then we'll talk a little bit about you and Vaughn and how you guys came to be, and then some of the guys in the group. I'll let you go.
Okay, well, I've been playing for about 40 years or so, and I started as a young man, way back in time, dealing with funk and R&B.
That's right.
The old blues and everything like that. I play by ear. I don't read anything like that. I'm self-taught pretty much. There's a lot of musicians like me. There's a lot of musicians not like me. But anyhow, we all come together to play music. And we play go-go, jazz, R&B, hip-hop, Frankie Beverly, all that kind of stuff. That's anything that make you feel good, So, we keep it moving in that direction. And we partake in the charity things, dealing with, just giving back. That's where we come from, these communities and so forth.
Absolutely.
And if you don't partake in some of this, you remiss. You're not doing anything.
Amen.
So
Amen.
I'm doing my part.
Bluetooth disconnected.
That's okay. You're fine.
Yeah, anyhow, we do what we can. We give our time. It's our time and our talent. And sometimes it's a lot. But it's worth it. For the kids at least.
Amen. We
really
really,
all were kids.
And we appreciate you for that. We had a boating event recently where we are raising, as you know, we have our ongoing fundraising for our trauma center, which we will be building because, as you heard Roscoe say, many of us come through these communities, and Roscoe's been out here 40 years playing music and still finds a way to give back. We can all do something. We all must do something because that community is not the community that many of us came through. And there are people that look just like you and I that are still out there depending on us to turn around and give back. I love our beautiful fellas. They come out. They're very humble. My husband makes the call because his wife is like everybody else's wife, a pain in the butt. When she wants it, she wants it. I want guys out there because my babies need to hear those horns and trumpets and the bass guitar and the drums. Anything I can do to keep their attention long enough to let them know that they can do something positive with all that energy. And palms up, guys, I want you to know about this Opium Band. They're so humble. Many of them play with a lot of famous, or what we call famous locally, because Go-Go, let's face it, we own it. I mean, we the DC's Godfather. I mean, he's inducted into the Hall of Fame, and I believe our mayor, your mayor, she actually named Go-Go as the official music as the official music of DC. So I'm just saying, if my man is out here doing it 40 years, and you know, we know we got some folk out there, we know we lost some legends, but many of them are still here amongst us. And while we do this work, we're not silly enough not to make the connections so that we can get our babies in front of them. Guys, we can all do something, and we are so honored and so proud. The fellas at Opium Band, I just can't talk about them enough because they're humble. Our drummer, Quick, which many of you know as Quick. We know him as Kenny. Sid on the lead, and Sid has played with quite a few bands. We had Vibe, some members from Vibe came in and sat in the last time, the keyboard guy. Chris, and then, who else? Chris, and then, help me out, I miss a Joe on the trumpet. Jock on guitar, that's right. Guys, we got a bomb squad. That's right.
Mary on drums, and Eric.
Squad. That's right, E. But we got a squad, and I couldn't let an opportunity get by with letting you guys know that today officially the Opium Band has launched their new YouTube channel, and one of the things that we're going to look forward to doing is bringing you talent and clips from each of their endeavors so that you can get to know who the independent guys are, because we have so many wonderful talented folk, and I just want you to know that the whole purpose behind marrying their talents with our platform is to make sure that our babies and our young adults out there who are looking to do something positive and get into music, you can. But you got to control your behavior and you got to be accountable. Palms up. Hey, Roscoe, we appreciate you. Y'all did that on Halloween. I mean, we still talking about it. So you know you got to do it again so that I don't burn the CD up. Hey guys, it's your girl, and I'm sitting here on the platform with Mr. Roscoe from the Opium Band and some other places around town. I want you to know that we have some beautiful things lined up for your babies and your young adults out there, but you got to do your work and keep a lookout for the Opium. And do us a favor, go over to that YouTube, Google the Opium Band, and then I need you to like, and then I need you to share. And then I need you to guys be on the lookout because we're going to be making sure that you guys see more and hear more from the Opium Band. Hey, Roscoe, you got anything you want to share with them before you leave the platform?
I think I said everything.
Think you said it all? I appreciate you, Soldier. I love you, and I'm glad you're on our team. And I know you don't mind if I rock out a little bit before you leave. I'm a little biased, but you know what it is. Happy holidays to you, sir. Thank you so much. We got some food. I want you to grab something. Yeah, okay, God bless you. Thank you. Hey guys, just like that, it's another week and it's your girls. Hey, Overseer, you've been so good being my sidekick today. You've been quiet. I've been running this mouth. Give folks a message. You got something you want to share with the folk?
The word is first love yourself.
That's right.
Don't care what people think about you. Don't be arrogant. Mm-hmm. And just take time out. If you're not having a good day, just take a moment to regroup. Because we got to stop this violence. We really have to stop this violence in our community.
Amen.
And it's going to take us all.
That's right. That's right. And we're out here, as you can see, we marching these soldiers before you. This is not a game. We're not just talking about it. We're going to be about it. And if your babies out there are lost, if you are challenged to find someone to help you with your children, as you heard us talk about mental health, mental illness, we started our Mindfully Making a Difference podcast on the Anchor and the Spotify network so that we can continue the mental health conversations, guys, out there. You don't have to do this work alone. We can do this work together. This is your girl, Rhonda. Palms up out there, guys. There's nothing you guys can't do without a support system around you. And if you're somebody out there that can be helping someone, then act like you know. We do this work together, guys. Until we see each other again, I'm your girl. We'll see you on Tuesday at 7 p.m. We go live. And they're motioning me because they think I'm going to forget to tell you again about our beautiful, beautiful toy drive, our comedy with a purpose. All we're asking you guys to do is to come out with an unwrapped toy, a blanket, or make a monetary donation, guys. Come out and see some beautiful talents, Mr. Lawrence Owens, Mr. Danny Williams, and also Mr. Kevin Anthony, who we will be honoring, our homeboy. Guys, come on out Tuesday. Is it Tuesday, Thursday? Thursday, December the 16th. I apologize, and it's going to start. The VIP reception is going to start downstairs an hour ahead of time, and the comedy show is going to start at 7:15. But don't wait for me to tell you about it, guys. It's all over the place. It's on the Facebook Live. We have a Facebook event page to set up for. We also have the healthydcme.org website, and we also have the Eventbrite. Guys, if you want more information, please don't hesitate to reach out to the platform. Palms up out there. We do this work together, guys. All hands on deck. Everybody can do something. We'll see you next week, guys. God bless.